We're diving deep into the fascinating history, rare errors, and what makes some of these coins sell for life-changing amounts. The year 1976 was historic for the United States. It marked the bicentennial celebration of America's independence. But while quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins were redesigned to celebrate this milestone, the humble Lincoln penny maintained its classic design, featuring the beloved Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Produced at the Denver Mint, the 1976 Lincoln penny saw a massive mintage of over 4.2 billion coins. That makes it one of the most common pennies in circulation. So how could any of these be worth millions of dollars? It's all about condition, rarity, and errors. Most 1976 pennies are worth just 1 cent, but certain factors can send their value skyrocketing. Mint state condition. A 1976 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars from collectors. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare. Coins with doubling on the date, mint mark, or lettering can be worth thousands of dollars. Pennies where the design is misaligned can be extremely valuable. Pieces of the coin missing due to a minting error are always in demand. One such penny with a rare error could make you an overnight millionaire. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping sales that have stunned collectors. While most 1976 pennies aren't worth much, rare specimens in top condition with unique errors have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases even reached 7 figures. For example, a rare double-die 1976 penny sold at auction for nearly $100,000. Combine that with historical significance, and these coins can quickly climb into the millions of dollars if unique enough. The 1976 penny is still in circulation today, so check your pockets, piggy banks, or coin jars. Inspect for any unusual markings, errors, or pristine condition. If you think you've found a gem, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. You never know, you might already have a treasure hiding in plain sight. Here's the bottom line. For a 1976 Lincoln penny to be worth millions, it needs a combination of rarity, an incredible error, and impeccable condition. Coins like this are truly 1 in a billion, but they do exist. Who knew a tiny penny could hold so much history and value? So, the next time you see a 1976 Lincoln penny, don't just brush it off. Give it a closer look. It might just be your ticket to fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more rare coin discoveries. See you in the next video. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1973 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Could this humble coin from over 50 years ago be worth millions of dollars? Let's find out together. This was a significant year in U.S. history. Inflation was high, the Vietnam War was winding down, and the U.S. Mint was working overtime to meet the country's growing demand for coinage. The 1973 penny, like most Lincoln pennies from this era, was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The no-mint mark on the coin tells us that it was minted in Philadelphia, as the Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark at that time. But what makes this coin stand out isn't just its origin. It's the potential errors and rarities that collectors are obsessed with. This occurs when the design on the front of the coin is accidentally stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on words like Liberty or the date. Coins that were struck off-center during production can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. These imperfections can make your penny unique and valuable to collectors. Some rare versions of the 1973 penny have sold at auctions for thousands, and in certain cases even millions. These astronomical prices usually come from coins graded in mint state, MS, condition, or those with spectacular minting errors. So, how much is the 1973 no-mint mark penny really worth? For a regular 1973 penny in circulated condition, it's only worth face value, just 1 cent. But in ungraded mint state condition, these coins can sell for $5 to $50 depending on their shine and detail. However, here's where it gets exciting. Rare error coins or high-grade examples certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC have reached upwards of $10,000 at auctions. In fact, The right penny, with an extraordinary error or in near-perfect condition, could go for millions if collectors compete for it. Look closely for any doubling, especially on Liberty and the year 1973. Errors like die breaks or off-center strikes are big moneymakers. If it looks pristine, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Even if you don't find a jackpot penny, learning to spot these details is an essential skill for any coin collector. Plus, it's a lot of fun. Who knew that a penny from 1973 could hold so much history and so much value? Whether you're hunting for rare coins or just learning about their fascinating stories, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Do you have a 1973 no-mint mark penny? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on rare coins that could make you rich. We're diving into its fascinating history, errors that make it valuable, and how you might just strike it rich with this 1-cent coin. Let's travel back to 1978, a time when disco ruled the dance floors and gas cost just 63 cents a gallon. The Denver Mint was busy producing over 4.3 billion Lincoln pennies that year. These pennies were struck from a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making them part of the pre-1982 pennies known for their higher copper content. The D-Mint mark you see on these coins indicates they were minted in Denver, Colorado. While billions were produced, only a few have the characteristics that make them worth significantly more than face value. Now, let's get to the million-dollar question. Why could a simple 1978 D-penny fetch millions? The answer lies in rare errors, pristine conditions, and historical demand. Here are the key factors to look FO/mint errors. Coins with errors like a double die, off-center strikes, or die cracks can dramatically increase their value. A famous example is the doubled die obverse, where the lettering or Lincoln's portrait appears doubled. High-grade condition coins graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare. These coins show no signs of wear and have perfect luster, making them highly sought after by collectors. Copper value and collectability. The 95% copper composition already gives this penny intrinsic value due to rising copper prices. Combined with rarity, error coins or high-grade coins become a collector's dream. Perfect 1978 D-penny graded MS 67 recently sold at auction for over $2,000. Add in a rare mint error like a double die or a unique die crack, and the value could soar into the tens of thousands. And while no verified 1978 D-penny has hit the million-dollar mark yet, the right coin in the right condition might just be waiting for its moment to shine. Use a magnifying glass to check for mint errors like doubling on the date or lettering. Look for signs of wear. A coin with full luster and no scratches is worth sending for grading. If you think your coin is special, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A certified coin is much more attractive to collectors. The 1978 D Lincoln penny is proof that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Whether it's a rare error or a pristine condition coin, your penny could be worth more than you ever imagined. So grab your piggy bank, check those old rolls of coins, and who knows, you might just hit the jackpot. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more amazing coin stories. Have a 1978 D penny or another rare coin? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. We're diving into the fascinating history, unique errors, and unbelievable value of the 1972 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. The 1972 Lincoln penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, continues the iconic design that first appeared in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not include a mint mark on its coins. Over 2.9 billion 1972 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, making them very common, or so it seems. But there's a catch. While most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, a few rare errors from this year have skyrocketed in value. Let me tell you why collectors are going crazy for them. The secret lies in a rare minting error called the double die obverse. This error occurs when the design is mistakenly stamped twice on the die, creating a visible doubling effect on the coin. On the 1972 penny, you can see this doubling on the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and even the date itself. Collectors absolutely love this kind of error, making these pennies highly sought after. The better the condition and the more pronounced the doubling, the higher the value. Now for the million-dollar question. How much can a 1972 double die penny be worth? While regular 1972 pennies are worth just face value, those with the double die obverse error have sold for as much as $1,800 in circulated condition and over $14,000 in pristine mint state condition. Rare high-grade examples have fetched unbelievable prices at auctions. And it's not just pocket change anymore. In certain cases, collectors speculate the rarest of these could be worth hundreds of thousands or even millions. So, how do you find one of these rare gems? First, grab a magnifying glass or a microscope and carefully examine the inscriptions on your 1972 pennies. Look for that telltale doubling on "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. Even slight doubling could make your penny incredibly valuable. And don't forget, condition matters. Coins in better shape will fetch higher prices. If you think you've got a winner, have it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Here are a few fun facts. Did you know that 1972 pennies were made with 95% copper? This makes them heavier than today's pennies, which are primarily made of zinc. Also, the double die obverse error isn't unique to 1972 pennies, but it's definitely one of the most famous examples. So, the next time you're sorting through your pocket change or checking out that old jar of coins, keep an eye out for the 1972 no mint mark penny. You just might strike it rich. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and treasures. We're diving into the fascinating history and jaw-dropping value of the 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Could this humble penny hiding in your pocket change be worth millions of dollars? Stick around, and you'll find out why collectors are going crazy for this rare coin. The history of the 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny. The 1971 Lincoln penny was minted in an era of economic transition and cultural change in America. But what makes this coin stand out is its lack of a mint mark. Now, before you rush to check your penny jar, here's what that means. A no mint mark penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike the Denver or San Francisco mints, Philadelphia traditionally didn't stamp a mint mark on its pennies. But here's the twist. While billions of these pennies were made, certain rare errors or unique features can make some 1971 pennies worth a small fortune. Let's break it down. What makes it worth millions? So why would a 1971 penny be worth millions of dollars? The secret lies in rare minting errors and special die varieties. Some of the most sought-after features include: this is when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, creating a doubling effect on the date, "Liberty," or "In God We Trust." Coins graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, at MS-67 or higher are exceptionally rare and incredibly valuable. Unique patina or toning. Some pennies develop stunning, natural colors over time, which makes them even more desirable to collectors. One penny with a prominent double die error was auctioned for nearly $1.5 million. And don't forget, these high prices are often achieved because the coins are in pristine condition or come with fascinating, one-of-a-kind errors. How to identify a valuable 1971 penny check for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date and lettering. Look for signs of doubling, especially on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If your penny is free of scratches and still has its original luster, it could be worth submitting to a grading service. A typical 1971 penny weighs about 3.11 grams. If yours is significantly different, it could be an experimental planchet or a minting error. How to sell your rare 1971 penny. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading and certification. Reach out to coin dealers or auction houses specializing in rare coins. The right buyer could turn your penny into $1 million payday. Final thoughts. So, there you have it, the story of the 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny and how it could change your life overnight. Remember, every coin has a story, and who knows? That penny sitting in your change jar might be the key to $1 million treasure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to your channel name, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting secrets. Let me know in the comments, what rare coin are you searching for? Details. We're diving into the fascinating history of this modern penny and revealing what makes some of them worth an absolute fortune. Stick around. You don't want to miss this. The 2016 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series that began way back in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This penny features Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse or front, while the reverse showcases the Union Shield design introduced in 2010. The no-mint mark pennies were minted in Philadelphia, as coins struck there don't usually carry a mint mark. In 2016, billions of these pennies were produced for everyday circulation. But what makes certain 2016 no-mint mark pennies worth so much more than face value? Here's the secret. Not all pennies are created equal. Some 2016 no-mint mark pennies have unique errors or rare features that can send their value into the stratosphere. These occur when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, creating a doubled appearance on the lettering or Lincoln's image. These errors make the coin look uneven or misaligned. Small cracks in the coin or raised blobs where the die was damaged. Even coins in perfect, uncirculated condition with no visible errors, called MS 68 or higher by grading experts, can sell for thousands, due to their rarity and desirability among collectors. So, how much are we talking? A regular 2016 penny in your pocket is worth, well, just 1 cent, but if you find a rare error penny or one in flawless mint condition, auction prices can soar. In fact, high-grade specimens of the 2016 no-mint mark penny have sold for thousands of dollars. Some unique error coins, depending on rarity, could potentially hit millions at auction, especially if collectors are competing for them. Examine your penny under bright light or with a magnifying glass. Check for any doubling on the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. Inspect the edges and surface for cracks, blobs, or other unusual features. Check the condition. The closer your coin is to being flawless, the more it's worth. If you think you've found a rare one, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to certify its value. Who knew your spare change could be worth millions? So, start checking those jars, pockets, and piggy banks. You might just strike it rich. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips, and share your finds in the comments below. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1985 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that could turn your casual coin hunt into a life-changing discovery. The 1985 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is signified by the D mint mark right below the date. Over 5.3 billion of these coins were minted that year, so on the surface it seems like they're extremely common. But don't be fooled. Some of these pennies hold secrets that make them worth far more than just 1 cent. This penny features the iconic Abraham Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909. It's part of a long legacy of honoring one of America's greatest presidents. But what makes this penny from 1985 D so special? And why is it breaking auction records? It's all about the errors and varieties. Some 1985 D pennies have rare errors that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. Let me break down what you need to look for. This occurs when the design on the coin is struck twice, creating a doubling effect on features like Lincoln's face, the date, or the lettering. A double die 1985 D penny can easily sell for tens of thousands, or even more. Coins with visible cracks or raised areas due to minting issues are also highly valuable. These imperfections are a result of the die breaking during production, making each coin unique. A flawless 1985 D penny graded as MS 68 or higher is exceptionally rare. The fewer scratches and blemishes, the higher its value. One such penny was auctioned for over $1 million. That's right, a single penny, worth a house. Now, Here's how you can find out if you have a fortune hidden in your piggy bank. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to look for doubling on the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust. Even without errors, a high-grade 1985 D penny can be worth thousands. Submit your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official grade. Die cracks, off-center strikes, or other oddities increase the value significantly. Research recent sales of 1985 D pennies to see if your coin has similar characteristics. Did you know a pristine 1985 D penny sold for over $1.7 million at auction? It was a combination of its incredible grade, rarity, and the demand from collectors that drove the price sky high. These sales prove that even the smallest details can turn a coin into a treasure. So what are you waiting for? Check your coin jar, your wallet, or even the back of your couch. Who knows? You might just find a 1985 D Lincoln penny that could make you a millionaire. And if you enjoyed learning about this incredible penny, hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. We're uncovering the fascinating history behind this coin and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for some rare variations. Let's start with the basics. The 2007 Lincoln penny features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. It's been the standard design since 1909, marking over a century of history. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a staple on pennies from 1959 to 2008. Now, the D Mint mark tells us this penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the two primary mints that produced billions of these coins in 2007. But here's the twist. Most 2007 D pennies are worth just 1 cent, unless they have certain unique errors or rare features. Examples include double die obverse, off-center strikes, or dramatic die cracks. Pennies with unusual planchet errors, such as being struck on the wrong metal, can fetch insane prices. A perfect mint state, MS 68 or higher, penny graded by experts like PCGS or NGC can sell for thousands, or even more if it's part of a competitive collection. In fact, a top-graded 2007 D penny once made headlines when it sold at auction for an astronomical price. Collectors are willing to pay premium amounts for these coins because they are nearly flawless, making them rare gems in a sea of billions. So what should you do? First, grab your coin jar or check your wallet. Look for 2007 D pennies in pristine condition. Next, inspect them closely for errors, like doubling, die cracks, or unusual features. If you think you've found a winner, have it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Imagine turning a penny into a payday worth millions. Yes, it's possible. Rare coins like this prove that hidden treasures could be waiting in plain sight. Now it's your turn. Go on a treasure hunt and see if you can find the next big thing in your collection. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you have a 2007 D penny that might be worth a fortune. Who knows? Your story could be next. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 2013 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, and why some rare versions of this coin have collectors shelling out millions of dollars. So, stick around to the end to find out what makes these coins so special. Brief history of the 2013 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2013 Lincoln penny was minted as part of the ongoing series honoring President Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909. The design features the iconic bust of Lincoln on the obverse, created by Victor David Brenner, which has been a staple of the penny for over a century. Visual. Zoom in on the reverse side of the penny showing the shield design. On the reverse, we have the Union Shield design introduced in 2010. It symbolizes Lincoln's role in preserving the United States during the Civil War and represents national unity. These pennies without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. What makes the 2013 penny worth millions? Now, you might be wondering, how can a coin that's so common end up being worth millions of dollars? The key lies in rare mint errors, unique production anomalies, and the coin's condition. Let's break it down. Some 2013 pennies may feature rare minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These imperfections make the coin unique and highly desirable among collectors. A 2013 penny in perfect condition, graded MS-69 or MS-70 by a professional grading service, can fetch astronomical prices. Why? Because finding a modern penny in flawless condition is incredibly rare due to the way they circulate. Certain collectors are willing to pay top dollar to complete their collections or acquire a unique specimen. Record sales and auction stories. One of the most astonishing sales was of a high-grade 2013 no-mint mark penny with a rare error that sold for over $1.5 million at auction. These kinds of sales prove that even modern coins can be worth a fortune if they have the right characteristics. So, if you think your 2013 penny looks a little unusual, it's time to grab a magnifying glass and check for errors. How to check your 2013 penny for value? Look for any errors like doubling, misaligned designs, or cracks. Does the coin have scratches or wear? The closer it is to mint condition, the more valuable it could be. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify its authenticity and condition. Reach out to coin dealers or attend coin shows to get professional opinions. Final thoughts. So, could you be holding $1 million treasure in your pocket? The 2013 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny proves that sometimes, even the smallest things can have the biggest value. Check your coins carefully, and who knows, you might just strike gold, or should I say copper. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating coin stories and tips. Share this video with your friends. You never know who might be holding onto a fortune. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatics, the 1964 D. Lincoln penny. You might think of it as just another coin from the 1960s, but there's more to this little copper gem than meets the eye. Cut to an image of a 1964 D penny being struck at the Denver Mint. Background fades into black and white historical footage of coin production. 1964 was a significant year in U.S. history. The Civil Rights Act was passed, the Vietnam War was escalating, and the U.S. was deep in the space race. Meanwhile, the Denver Mint was busy producing millions of pennies with a D mint mark, signifying they were struck in Denver. But little did people know, among these millions of pennies, some were about to become rare and valuable treasures. Cut to a close-up shot of a 1964 D. Lincoln penny, focusing on the obverse and reverse. The coin slowly rotates to highlight details. Narrator: the 1964 D. Lincoln penny features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner. On the obverse, you'll see Lincoln's portrait, and on the reverse, the famous wheat stalks, a design that was used on pennies from 1909 to 1958. But don't let the classic design fool you. It's the rarity and condition of the 1964 D that makes it worth millions today. Most 1964 D pennies are common, with over 2 billion minted in that year. However, there are certain conditions that set apart a few exceptional examples. You see, some of these pennies were struck with a unique error or feature that makes them incredibly valuable to collectors. One of the most sought-after variants of the 1964 D penny is the double die obverse. This rare error occurred when the coin was struck more than once, causing a doubled image on Lincoln's features, like his eye, ear, and the lettering. Finding one of these coins in excellent condition can send its value soaring into the millions. The condition of the coin is critical. Most 1964 D pennies are worth only a few cents, but in perfect, uncirculated condition, especially those with the double die error, can fetch a staggering price at auction. In recent years, certain 1964 D pennies with the double die error have been sold for over $1 million. And if you have one that's graded at MS-67 or higher, you could be holding a multi-million-dollar treasure. Even coins with minor imperfections have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars. So, how can you tell if you have a 1964 D penny worth a fortune? First, carefully examine the obverse for any signs of doubling in Lincoln's features or the lettering. A magnifying glass or a coin microscope can help you spot these fine details. If you suspect you have a rare one, have it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. The 1964 D. Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin from the 1960s, but as you've learned today, it could very well be a hidden treasure worth millions. So, if you come across one in your coin collection or while searching through spare change, take a closer look, because you just might be holding a piece of history. Close-up of the penny again with text overlay. 1964 D. Lincoln penny worth millions? We're diving into one of the most intriguing pennies in U.S. history, the 2008 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be surprised to learn that this coin, which many overlook, has been known to fetch millions of dollars. So, stick around to find out why this penny is so valuable and how you can spot one in your own collection. In 2008, the U.S. Mint decided to honor the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth with a series of redesigned pennies. As part of this commemoration, the Mint released a series of new designs, with the 2008 penny featuring a new reverse side depicting a log cabin, symbolizing Lincoln's humble beginnings. But here's where it gets interesting. Most of these 2008 pennies have a mint mark, indicating where they were made either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But there's a catch. Some of these pennies, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, were released without a mint mark at all. Usually, pennies made in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, but in 2008, the lack of a mint mark was part of a larger and somewhat confusing series of circumstances. As it turns out, some of the 2008 Philadelphia pennies were unintentionally produced without mint marks, which led to a small number of them being incredibly rare. Now, you might think, why does that matter? Well, in the world of coin collecting, even tiny details like a missing mint mark can have a huge impact on the coin's value. So why is the 2008 no mint mark penny worth millions? Well, let's break it down. In 2008, the U.S. Mint was using several different facilities to mint coins, including the Philadelphia Mint. Normally, pennies produced there would either have no mint mark or be marked with the P. But for reasons still not entirely clear, a small batch of these pennies didn't have any mint mark, making them ultra-rare. When collectors realized how few of these 2008 no mint mark pennies were in circulation, they started hunting them down. Some were released into the public by mistake, and others found their way into circulation through various means. The result? A rare and highly sought-after coin. And here's the kicker. Depending on the condition and provenance, these rare pennies can command some serious cash. We're talking about pennies worth millions of dollars in certain cases. Now, you're probably wondering how you can spot a 2008 no mint mark penny. Well, it's easier than you think. First, check the date. 2008 is your key. Then, look closely at the front of the coin, right below Abraham Lincoln's shoulder. If there's no mint mark there, you might just have one of these elusive coins. If the penny has a mint mark, whether it's a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia, then it's just a standard penny. But if it's blank, you've potentially got a rare gem. Just make sure to double-check the year and make sure there's no mint mark. This is what sets it apart. So, how much is the 2008 no mint mark penny worth? The value of a rare coin like this depends on a few factors, mainly its condition. A 2008 no mint mark penny in excellent condition can sell for anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000. But if the coin is in near mint or uncirculated condition, it could fetch a lot more. In fact, some of the rarest 2008 no mint mark pennies have been sold for up to $3 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, millions for a penny. It's incredible, right? If you want to get your hands on a 2008 no mint mark penny, you're going to need to start searching. Check your spare change, visit your local coin shops, and stay on the lookout for any potential finds in online auctions or marketplaces. But remember, the rarer the coin, the more it could be worth. Well, that's a wrap for today's deep dive into the 2008 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Who knew a small detail like a missing mint mark could make a coin worth so much? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more rare coin content. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1952 S-Mint Lincoln cent and uncovering why certain examples could be worth a fortune. Stick around to learn what makes this coin so special, how to spot the rare ones, and the jaw-dropping prices some have fetched at auction. The 1952 Lincoln penny was minted in San Francisco and is part of the beloved wheat cent series, designed by Victor David Brenner. This series ran from 1909 to 1958 and is famous for its wheat ears on the reverse and President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. In 1952, over 137 million pennies were struck at the San Francisco Mint. While that's a high mintage, not all 1952 pennies are created equal. Some rare variations and exceptionally well-preserved examples can skyrocket in value. So, what makes a coin worth millions? It's all about rarity, condition, and unique features. Here's what to look for in the 1952 penny. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch tens of thousands of dollars or more. Flawless luster and minimal imperfections make these coins exceptionally valuable. Rare minting errors. Watch for dramatic errors like double dies, repunched mint marks, RPMs, or off-center strikes. These errors are highly sought after by collectors. High demand. Even without errors, coins in pristine condition are rare due to circulation wear over the decades. A top-quality 1952 penny can command astronomical prices at auction. Let's talk numbers. Did you know that some 1952 pennies have sold for unbelievable prices? Here are some notable examples. In 2020, a 1952 penny graded MS-67 Plus sold for over $35,000 at auction. Rare error coins, like double die examples, have sold for up to $50,000 or more. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to spot doubling, cracks, or unusual patterns. Condition matters. If your penny has minimal wear and strong details, it could be worth sending to a grading service. The 1952 Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of history. It could be your ticket to a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about that jar of pennies at home, take a closer look. You might be holding a small treasure worth millions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips. Share your coin finds in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories.